Hello students, welcome to our YouTube channel. This session we will take up data interpretation caselets. Now generally caselets we suggest to be attempted towards the end of the section if time permits. Generally caselet is a raw form of data, verbal data will be given. You need to capture the data either in the form of table or sometimes you need to put that in the form of Venn diagram, then you have to solve the questions. So table, bar graph, line graph, pie chart, data is readily available. You have to just analyze the data, read the data, understand it, analyze it, solve the questions. Here you need to put the data in a structured format. It is in a raw form, unstructured form. So you have to put it, you have to structure it first, put it in a form of a table, or depending on the variable, sometimes you have to put it in the form of Venn diagram. Then we need to solve the questions. Generally time consuming, and if you make a mistake somewhere, the entire data will go wrong. So that is why we suggest avoid caselets in the exam. Try and solve all other questions. Time left over, then you can try solving caselets. Definitely you should not touch your main exam level caselet. Prelim exam level caselet to some extent is you can definitely try in the exam if you practice those models beforehand, right? So let's begin our session, but before we start the session, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, press the bell icon to get all the latest updates, students. This is your PO level set. This is your PO level set. But before we start, all of you are aware that the weightage of DI in prelim exam, in PO prelim exam is about 10 to 15 questions, main exam 15 to 20 questions. 15 to 20 questions. This is for PO. For clerk prelim, 5 to 10 questions and main exam 10 to 15 questions. This is a breakup of your data interpretation. So definitely an important area, scoring area. The score here will definitely help you in your getting what you call moving up in your merit list. So I can say if you can practice your standard models, table, bar graph, line graph, pie chart, caselets for your prelim exam. For your main exam, you also have quant based trading and quant based data interpretation as well as your combination, that is two tables, table plus line, table plus bar. So students, it is better that if you practice, definitely you could score marks in your prelim exam, right? Just look at this. This is how a caselet will look like. In a city, there are 3 oil stores, P, Q and R. Each store sells 3 products, oil, ghee and butter. In January, total quantity of sales of 3 products in all the stores is 1000 liters, the total of January. Sales of oil in store R is 50%. And sales in shop P and sales of oil in store Q is 150 liters. In store Q, sales of butter is 10 liters more than ghee. Total sales of all the products in stores Q and R together is 50% more than total sales of all the products in P. In store P, the total sales of ghee and butter is equal to sales of oil and sales of ghee is 75 liters. Total sales of ghee in all the stores is 200 liters. Sales of ghee in store R is 15 liters less than store Q. That is why time consuming, slightly confusing, unstructured data, you have to put it in the form of table. This should be your last thing to attempt. You try all other areas, all other what you called simplification, approximation, DI, data sufficiency, data interpretation, time left over, then you can try caselet. In data interpretation also, you try and pick up table or bar graph or a line graph or a pie chart as your first choice, then only caselet. Let us look at this. I am putting this data here. So I have understood that in the month of January, we have 3 stores, P, Q and R. He is talking about January sales. Total sales is 1000 and we have 3 products in the store, right? So each city sells 3 products, oil, ghee and butter. Now friends, I will put this in a form of a table. It looks something like this: store, I'll write stores here P, and we have oil. What are the products? Oil we have, we have ghee, and what's the last one? Oil, ghee and butter. This is how your basic table will look like. This is how your table look like. 3 stores. We have store P. Okay. Then we have store Q. Store will come here. 1 second. Ma. 1 second. I'll erase this. Right. This is store. This is store P. This is store Q. This is store R. We have one more row, we'll take total. Total sales is given as 1000 liters. So, I am writing 1000 here, right? Otherwise, I will fill with white thing. Let me erase this so that it will be clearly visible. 1000. Total sales is 1000 liters. So, we have 3 stores P, Q and R. They are selling oil, ghee and butter. Okay. So, fine. So, let us read the data now. In January, total sales is 1000. Up to here we have done. Up to here we have completed, right? Up to 1000 we have done. Now, sales of oil in store R is 50% of sales in shop P, and sales of oil in store Q is 150 liters. So, clearly oil Q is 150 liters and he has given oil in store R is 50% of store P. If I take this as X, this has to be X by 2. We always suggest avoid fractions in the exam. If you want to avoid fractions, take this as 2x. This is half x. You can take x by 2 also, no problem. But I am avoiding that what you call fractions. It is half of that, means if I take P as 2x, obviously my R has to be x. Then store Q, sales of butter is 10 liters more than ghee. Store Q, this is Q, butter is 10 liters more than ghee. I don't know ghee here. If I take it as Y, butter is 10 liters more. So, it has to be Y plus 10. Fine. Then, total sales of the products in stores Q and R together is 50% more than total sales of products in P. So, Q and R, P is to Q plus R, 50% more. That means, if this is 100, this is 150 Q and R together. This is nothing but they are in what ratio? 5 2s, 5 3s, 2 is to 3. So, total 2 is to 3. So, 5 parts 1000 now. So, each part is 1000 by 5, 200. P is 2 parts, total 400. These two put together, it is 600. Got the point? It is not 600. These two together, put together, it is 600. I will write clearly. Oh, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let me write this. Right. We have, this is Q, this is R. Now, we have total sales of these two put together is 600. Because P is to Q plus R, it is 50% more, it is in the ratio of 2 is to 3. So, 2 by 5 you can write, or 5 parts 1000 means each part 200. So, P is 400, this is 600. Okay. This is completed up to here. Look at the next point. In store P, total sales of ghee and butter is equal to sales of oil. Ghee and butter together is equal to sales of oil, and sales of ghee is 75 liters. Here, ghee is 75 liters. So, this is 75. So, how much will be this? 2x minus 75. What is given? In store P, if you add ghee and butter, it must be equal to oil. So, I know ghee is 75, ghee plus butter is 2x. So, if I want butter, it has to be 2x minus 75, right? Then, I will come back to that. I will come back to that, just hold on. Look at the next point. Total sales of ghee in all the stores is 200. So, ghee total, I am putting it here, 200. Fine. Sales of ghee in store R is 15 liters less than store Q. Ghee in store R is 15 liters less than store Q. So, ghee in store R 15 less than store Q. Store Q is Y. So, this has to be 15 liters less, Y minus 15. That's all. No other information. Now, if you see here, look at row P. If we add these three, it must be equal to 400. 2x plus 75 plus 2x minus 75. 75 minus 75 cancel ma. 2x plus 2x, 4x is equal to 400. That implies my x value must be equal to 100. So, x value 100 means 2x will become 2 into 100, 200. This is 2x is 200 minus 75, 125. Right. Then obviously, this is x. X value is how much we got? 100. So, what is the total? 350 plus 100, 450. So, 450 plus this is 200, 650, total 1000. So, this has to be 350. Right. Now, if you look at ghee column, if I add, it must be 200. We add this 75 plus y minus 15. 75 minus 15 is 60. Y plus y is 2y. 2y plus 60 is equal to this column total 200. So, clearly 2x is equal to 200 minus 60, 140, 2y, sorry. 2y is equal to 140. So, my y value must be 70. So, y is 70. So, this is 70. 70 minus 15, this is 55. Just check whether you are getting 200 or not. 55 plus 75, 130. 130 plus 70 is 200. Alright. Now, y is 70. So, this is 150, 70. 70 plus 10, this will become 80. 150 plus 150, this is 300. Right. Checkpoint ma. This total is 350. 125 plus 80, 205. So, this has to be 145. Let me add this 145 plus 55, 200 plus 100, 300. We know sum of these two total is 600. So, 300 plus 300, yes, it is equal to 600. It takes time, but once you get the values, questions won't take much time. Half minute you can solve all the questions. That is why if you practice enough number of caselets, then what happens is when you come across easy sets like this, you try and put down the data, you spend some 4 minutes, even 5 minutes on putting down the data correctly. Once you get the data correctly, then obviously you can answer the questions easily, students. So, this is my table. Let's move ahead. I have represented here in that form of table. These are the values which you have got. For oil, ghee, butter, total values P, Q and R. So, total is 1000. This is the table which we have simplified earlier. Now, question number 1. Total sales of oil in all the stores. Total of oil. Total of oil is how much more? 450. 450 is present in choice 4. 450 is present in choice 4. Question number 2. If the price of each liter of ghee is in store R is rupees 600, amount earned on sales of ghee. How many liters of ghee is he selling ma? 55 liters of ghee multiplied by price is 600 rupees. 33,300 should be your, I made a mistake somewhere. 1 second. Sorry. 55 into 600. So, 30, 6 5 is 30, 33. So, clearly 33,000. Sorry, ma, calculation error. So, it has to be 33,000. 33,000 is present in choice 2. Next one. Find the total sales of Q. Total sales in store Q in liters. Total sales of Q. Store Q. What is my total ma? 300. 300 is present in option 1. Once you get the data ma in the form of table, questions are simple. You can easily solve them. Question number 4. Ratio of total sales of oil and butter in Q and R. Oil and butter in Q 150 plus 80, 230. In R 100 plus 145, it has to be 245. 5 common factors. 5 4s 20, 5 6. 5 4s 20, 5 9s. So, 46 is to 49. So, it is present in option 2. Option 2. Last question, students. Total sales of butter in all the stores is what percentage of total sales of the products in the store? Total sales of butter in all the stores, it is 350. It is what percentage of total sales of all the products? Simple nama, 350 out of 1000 into 100. 350 clearly forms, no need to write also ma. I can say it has to be 35%. 35% is present in choice 5. Right? This is about your caselets. Only thing is that it takes time to put down the data. Once you put down the data, all the questions can be answered easily in half minute to 1 minute. Right? But this needs practice and this has to be attempted towards the end. Don't attempt main exam level caselets until unless you are very sure of. Prelim level, definitely you can try, but you have to practice. Right? That's all from caselet students. And please do subscribe to our social media channels. We are present on Telegram, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, and all the social media handles. It is time for bank. This is underscore ma. This is our social media handle ma. Time for bank underscore exams. Please do subscribe to get all the latest updates on notifications, results, concept videos, marathon sessions, etc. So, we are present almost everywhere on the social media. Please do subscribe to us and the links to subscribe is also given in the description box. If you want to enroll for a classroom course, please visit. We are present geographically almost everywhere in the country. So, please visit your nearest time center. For online courses, online flexi recorded course and online live courses, you can visit t4e.info/bankssc online. You get complete information about our online flexi and live courses. We have bank exam courses, 3 variants, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. Then we have SSCCGLE course. Then we have bank and SSC combo course where we have for 6 months course, 12 months course. We have clerk flexi course. Then we have live batches for bank and SSC. Please do visit this link, this particular link. If you click on this link, you will be taken to that particular page where you can have information about all the course variants. The same link is also given in the description box. From T.I.M.E, we wish you all the best for your upcoming exams. Thank you very much, students.